Daredevil, you got any villains I can brutally murder?
No, don't kill my villains.
Yeah, but I ran out of people to brutally torture and murder, so maybe I could take out like a personal ad or something, like tough guy looking for people to punish.
Yes, oh God, yes, I'll run it for you.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea, Daredevil. You're a good friend.
But how would they know that you're tough?
Oh, yeah. No, I can include a picture of me topless to run with the ad, yeah.
This is the best day ever.
Mr. Hargrave here, and do you want to build ELECTRA? Is she worth it for Shadowlands? Does she have value? Is this gonna hold up all year? I say, hell no, are you kidding me? ELECTRA did not get good. Look, just because they put ELECTRA on a good team doesn't make her a good character. I mean, have you looked at these abilities? Have you looked at her stats?
Repugnant and disgusting.
This is not a useful character. She did not get the treatment that the other Shadowlands characters got. And I happen to have a suggestion for you, which I've already kind of tipped off in the thumbnail, about who you should consider putting on Shadowlands, especially if you don't have big bucks to spend on all these characters, or even just big materials to spend on all these characters. I mean, we got a limit on how many characters we can build, like a month, every 3 months, every patch. And is ELECTRA really worth your materials? Is she worth taking up to tier 15?
No, please.
I don't know. I mean, maybe at some point this year it might make sense. Maybe when there's a hand rework, it might make sense. Right now, look, it didn't make any sense to me, so I did something different. And let's just go through this a little bit and look at some of these abilities that she got here. I mean, of course, her basic is ridiculous. Like, I see nothing of value here, nothing exciting here. You're getting some bleeds. If you got all the Shadowlands allies, I mean, it's great, but I don't really think you're getting to that attack even when you're in a normal fight. All right, this one right over here removes some positive effects if she has the focus. So maybe you need like Skirmisher level 5 on her, which seems like a crazy investment to get into for ELECTRA. I mean, come on, people. When they're selling you characters that you know are bad, you're just convincing yourself that they're good. Over here, this is the ability. Okay, this is it. This is all ELECTRA does on Shadowlands, basically, is you have to upgrade this. It's going to cost you 240 T4s, and you're going to land Disrupted twice. That's it. That's all she does. She puts Disrupted twice on Strife. What's ELECTRA do? Puts Disruptive twice on Strife. That's it. That's the whole use for ELECTRA. So I don't think you need it, honestly. I think that dead status effect works way better than Disruptive every time. Okay, she's adding a little bit of evade in here. She's adding some focus to Shadowland, which is cool. But really, if you're gonna invest in Shadowland, if you're gonna take them up to tier 15, you're gonna have the focus. Yeah, it's just really not. She can revive herself. Like, her whole thing, she's gonna die. Like, they said it right out here. Like, ELECTRA's gonna die, and when she dies, she'll come back. Oh, what a great ability.
No, that's sarcasm.
All right, look, look, I know if you got high red stars on her, she's probably still fantastic. She might be worth building. Like, let me not just put her entirely into the trash bin for everybody.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
But let me suggest an alternative. And the alternative, of course, is my man, the Punish Man, Frank Castle. We share a first name, me and Frank, and he's a great character. Let's bring him up here and tell you why I'm going to put Punisher on Shadowlands. I'm going to replace ELECTRA with Punisher. Now, you say, Mr. Hargrave, what are you talking about? How can you take Punisher off of skill military? well, look, you gotta consider what skill military is, okay? You gotta consider what skill military is. And it's goddamn 5 skill characters. Okay? So when we're talking about teams that we're gonna bring up to tier 15, are we gonna bring up Shadowlands, which already has a skill character on it in Night Nurse? Or are we gonna bring up 5 fucking skill characters on skill military to do one fucking thing? All right, skill military does one fucking thing. Does it kill all teams in war? No, it only kills mercs. It only fucking kills mercs. And it's a crazy investment. And it's got Red Guardian on there, who is barely fucking farmable in the goddamn arena right now for like over 1,000 credits. Fuck that. Yelena is great. She's farmable on a node, but oh my God, it's a really hard team to build with the skill requirements, with having 5 fucking skill characters. That is so hard to build. Someday when I get there, it requires you to build. Look, when they're telling you to build Electra and Mercenary Soldier, you might be being taken for a ride. I'm just saying. Look, I already had Punisher up to tier 14 anyways, because I used him in Dark Dimension 3. So I went ahead and I took him up to tier 15. And the reason why is he was sitting right there. He's a skill character. You're gonna want to raise up skill military at some point. He's the best one on skill military. His skills are fire, and they don't need skill military to work anymore. The rework on skill military made Punisher a better solo character. So if you're looking whether to build Elektra or Punisher, it's gonna be Punisher all day. Plus he gets crazy synergy with Daredevil.
This is the best day ever.
There's some crazy stuff that happens between Daredevil and Punisher now. So what we're going to do, hopefully now, I'm going to have some footage that we're going to cut to. Mr. Genome, my editor extraordinaire. Everybody give it up in the comments for Genome. Make sure you like and subscribe for Genome, okay? Screw Mr. Hartgrave. Give that love to Genome.
As clumsy as he is stupid.
Make sure you let him know in the comments how much you like his editing. And we're going to go now to a war attack where I'm going to use Shadowlands and Punisher instead of Elektra, and we are going to destroy some teams. I think one team in particular we're going to destroy is Brotherhood and Doom. I think one team in particular we're going to destroy is Brotherhood and Doom. So that's where you want this. Well, and here, let me show you this. Before we go to that, I'm so excited about this. Look at this. This is what it is for Punisher. This is what it is for Punisher. It's this ability right down here. Here. This is it. This is the one that makes Punisher so valuable outside of his team and on the Shadowlands team. All the city heroes. So we're removing Elektra, who is not a city hero. So he doesn't even have that synergy. Her tags are fucking wrong. Punisher gives like plus 45% damage to city heroes. Okay, now think about that on Shadowlands, which is a nuts team anyways. In war, they get all these damage bonuses. Now they're going to get plus 45% more fucking damage with Punisher. Oh my fucking God, let's cut to the attack and watch that just fucking melt faces.
Round 1, fight.
I want to talk about, we did this big video on Punisher and Elektra. Build Punisher, not Elektra. And we did some attacks. Speaking of Brotherhood and Doom, I made that team that failed horribly on that to beat Brotherhood and Doom. Because up in the higher levels, that's what everybody's using. So here it is. And this is not going to work. So this should be playing here. Yeah, there it goes. It's loading up. And this is for the video that we're going to bring out. Genome's going to edit this in because he's the best. So here we go. We're loading up. What we have here is Shadowlands plus Punisher minus Elektra. We're going to start off with Moon Knight, and he's going to clear buffs. But you see, he doesn't clear the taunt off of Blob. Because whenever you he does clear it, but then they put it right back because whenever you drop Brotherhood under 50%, he gets taunt again. Now this is where you need a really big Daredevil and you can kill Blob, and that's how you win. However, I didn't have that strategy in my head at the time, so I misplayed it and I did not kill Blob because you have to put dead on Blob and Juggernaut really, really fast, which is why Hydra works a little better than this, at least for me. Punisher's blind, it doesn't matter. Punisher's only there to give a damage boost in this fight, and he won't do anything else. So he's really useless. Not the best use, okay? This is not the counter you're looking for. But that's what we learned. Now after this, I'm going to show you what they are good for. But it's not this fight, unfortunately. This is a really tough team that's given a lot of people problems, and the way to get around this is to use that Hydra. Use Hydra. Hydra plus Phoenix is phenomenal on this. But even just straight Hydra, if strong enough, you can blast right through both tanks, like round 1, and hold your ability block and get it on Doom like turn 2, and then you're good. Hydra's really nice too because Zemo will put up immunity on everybody, which total clear, but usually you'll get to keep it at least on Zemo so that he doesn't get blinded. And yeah, here we go. So we weren't able to kill Doom in time, and now Doom does his thing, and we all die, and it's a very sad video.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
So that does not work. I would not recommend using Shadowlands and Punisher on this. However, I would recommend using it. Let me pull this up here. On Marauders. It works very well on Marauders. This isn't really a surprise because Shadowlands is already kind of designed to kill Marauders. However, the reason why we're using Punisher once again instead of ELECTRA is all ELECTRA does is drop Disrupt onto Strife. And what we're going to do instead of putting Disrupt on Strife is we're going to put Dead Status on Strife. I vastly prefer putting Dead Status on a character than any other status. So we are going to ability block Emma so that she can't clear anything. Then we're going to, I believe we're going to pull all the buffs off. And I think maybe we hold that ability to pull buffs off everybody because we might use it later. We're going to put counter on everybody. And then we're just going to do her special just to clear off some debuffs. And we were able to kill Minerva, so we don't have to worry about the resurrection at all. We'll let Mr. Sinister clone. That's absolutely fine because they're resistant to their own clones, which is great. Now you see here Strife is taunting. Now right here we clear all the debuffs. And now we're going to start putting that dead status on Strife. Using Punisher's ability to pull buffs off of him is pretty cool, that he has even without his skill military team. The bigger your Daredevil is, the better this is going to work. Especially if you can put vulnerable on Strife here at some point with somebody. I've changed my ISOs up a bit to be able to do that. And now we pull all the buffs with Moon Knight. So now we can hit whoever we want. This is just a really good counter. I mean, I believe there's misplays going on here, but it doesn't even matter. They're just really, really strong. Yeah, there's the big Daredevil hit. If Daredevil was a striker, Strife would be dead right now. So I do highly recommend Daredevil as a striker for this setup. I think that's the way to go, just to give Daredevil extra damage. It depends on, who the biggest member of your team is too. I know a lot of people swear by Striker on White Tiger. However, my White Tiger is very low in power because I don't have the stars. So, and there we go. You see, they're just kind of rolling over these guys at this point. The debuffs, we kept Emma ability blocked for 2 turns there, so we have plenty of time to kill everybody. They're, of course, doing massive amounts of extra damage with Punisher on the team, which is really why that worked even better. So there you have it. Shadowlands with Punisher instead of ELECTRA, highly recommended on Marauders. There's a lot of teams out there that it's going to work on. I think it's going to work just a little better with Punisher as opposed to ELECTRA. So there you have it. You can trust me. Hail Heartgrave.